The pre-award phase kicks off when the PI, like our esteemed Professor Pegasus, has nearly completed the writing and is compiling the parts of their compelling proposal. From here, they work closely with their unit research administrator or designated pre-award staff person. This person is typically staff on the front line who assists the PI with gathering and submitting materials to enter into UCF's grant system known as Huron Research Suite, or HRS. This phase also supports setting up clear budgets and ensures all submission requirements, including the necessary institutional approvals, are met. UCF also maintains rules and policies surrounding who can be a PI and how much lead time they must adhere to submit a proposal. These phases work harmoniously to set the foundation for a successful project. This system manages the life cycle of an award from inception to closeout. Other than expenditures and PI committed time and effort tracking of an award in Workday, everything is in HRS. Some colleges do not have a unit research administrator and will work with a central pre-award staff person to submit their proposal. There is so much more to a proposal than a well-crafted narrative. Funding agencies expect the university to follow a long list of requirements and certifications to submit proposals. This is where the pre-award office comes in to review and check all requirements, including budget figures and justifications, to ensure we are compliant, as well as checking to ensure the proposal will not be rejected on a technicality like a missing form or content. This office has been delegated authority by the Vice President of Research, who had that authority delegated down from the UCF system, to submit proposals on behalf of the PI and the university. Proposals must be reviewed carefully to ensure we can certify and attest the accuracy and compliance necessary. They ensure all the forms are completed, all the attachments are included, and all the internal approvals are in place. Additionally, submissions often go through systems like research.gov or grants.gov or other electronic portals, in addition to being entered and routed through HRS. And while it is a function of the pre-award phase to thoroughly understand all the technical requirements of submitting a proposal, all research administrators should be able to read a request for proposal or RFP or funding solicitation for important information. At UCF, the 5-day rule requires that all final proposal documents be submitted to the Office of Research at least 5 business days before the sponsored submission guideline. This rule ensures sufficient time for thorough administrative and compliance reviews, including checks for budget accuracy, adherence to sponsor guidelines, and institutional approvals. For PIs, this rule is critical because it minimizes the risk of last-minute errors, reduces submission stress, and increases the likelihood of a successful submission. Delays in meeting this deadline can result in rushed reviews, potential errors, and even missed submission deadlines, jeopardizing funding opportunities. In a recent study by several administrators at UCF concluded that there is a strong association with those proposals that were non-compliant with the 5-day rule being less likely to be funded. As our friends in research development in the first phase of the life cycle will attest, planning and preparation well before the deadline is key to a successful proposal. Adhering to the 5-day rule not only supports the PI's success, but also upholds UCF's reputation for timely and compliant submissions. As the fiduciary and legal entity signing off on all the proposals flowing through UCF, the institution has a responsibility to ensure the accuracy and compliance of all proposed research. While many faculty do get frustrated by the added deadlines, they are necessary for UCF to maintain a compliant and ethical operation. Since most proposals do not get funded, funding rates are typically between 10 and 15%. It means everyone is doing a lot of work that may never result in a funded award. But what happens, though, when a proposal does get funded? Let's find out.